$500 for in perpetuity, all markets, across the known and unknown universe until the end of time. That's what DJI offered me. And if you're a professional voice actor who does this for a living, I'm sure you've come across contracts like that. They're not ironclad. I'm going to show you how I handled it right now. I'm going to give you the full breakdown of the first DJI video I did from start to finish. Let's get into it. So the first DJI video I did was for a launch video, and I actually booked it on Voice123, and I'm going to play the actual audition for you. So here we are in Voice123. This is the job posting for when I did it. This was I think just over a year ago. I can't really show you guys the projects I've done recently because, they're not in the wild right now. So this is a safe one. This is actually, it's a great one because this is something that a lot of voice actors run into. So first off, I actually made a mistake on this because if you look at this product launch video, you want to read all this stuff for a job posting, whether it's on voices.com, Voice123, your agent, because right here it said usage needed, all media worldwide in perpetuity. Now, if I saw that and then saw this, probably wouldn't have auditioned, but I legit missed that. And good thing I did, because here's the thing, everything is negotiable. If you know that it's a small budget and they ask for worldwide in perpetuity, I don't suggest actively auditioning for it. But if you make a mistake and you didn't notice that, because, I'm doing a ton of auditions in a day, it's best practice to read everything. Sometimes I miss stuff. I'm only human, right? So this was one of those cases. I legit missed that's what they wanted. So I negotiated. But before we get into the whole negotiation thing here, I want to play you guys what this sounded like. As you'll notice from this job, they don't have any specs for what they want at all, right? That happens a lot. So you got to make a judgment call. So I scoured this whole thing looking for what it is. It's a launch video. I know that for a camera product. Okay, let's look at the PDF for the launch video here. Right away, you notice this, right? All the time codes and everything, and all the lines are stacked on top of each other like this. So a rookie mistake is going to be to read it like this. Introducing the all new, easy to carry, quick to balance, and always creatively ready for action. Just really staccato and do line by line by line. Don't do it like that. Do it as if it's one flowy thing. When I did this audition, I actually came in too hot, but I didn't have the specs. I didn't know exactly what they were looking for. I did it a little bit more like promo. So here is my proposal. This is the audition that I did. Introducing the all-new, easy to carry, quick to balance, and always creatively ready for action. For the first time, auto access locks are extended to our new series. 1 second unlock, ready to move. Still conversational, but just a little bit veering into announcery, high energy. That's a read that I do quite often, so I kind of leaned into it. They came back and told me, love your voice for this, but can you do another read and more relaxed, more casual, more cool? Hey, Jesse, our client liked your audition, but wanted to receive a call back to hear you read the script in a more chill style. That's what they're looking for. They didn't put it on the thing, so I took my best stab at it. For example, when reading Roll With It, the roll had a bit too much force and energy. I'm attaching the updated script. Linked here is a good tone reference. I'm not going to play the reference for you. That will happen. This is also another reason why I say don't spend 10 years on your audition. Not literally not 10 years, but once you get to 10 minutes when you're reading it, unless it's a massive budget, you're done. And even then, you're not going to get much better. Just spend a limited amount of time, take your best stab at it, because if you do a good job at what you're doing, even if it's in the wrong direction, they'll steer you back. And that's exactly what happened here. So, and they're super nice, super chill. So there you go. We're all approved. And then I had questions. I just saw upon review, you want worldwide usage right across all media. This is something I cannot agree to for $500. Even 1 year would be at least, I put $2. I'm at $2,000 for all media, especially for a known and established brand. For DJI, at this point, I know it's them. We will need to work on the usage and budget to move forward. The project didn't list a live directed session. I charged $250 per hour for that. Let me know if you can reduce the usage to 1 year and if there's room to reflect the standard usage for that in the budget, as well as the live directed session. Flexible within reason, but cannot agree to all media in perpetuity usage rights. If there's not any wiggle room, totally understand, but I'll have to pass. Very respectful, very nice, but also drawing a line in the sand, letting them know there's no room for negotiation on this. This is something that I'm not willing to do, sell my voice forever across all media throughout the known and unknown universe for $500. I'm just not going to do it. So they responded, hey, Jesse, I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'll just kind of tell you how it went. Hey, Jesse, bummer. We hope the terms were clear in our brief. We already auditioned several talent and improved on you with our client. We kind of go back and forth a little bit, and I'm really respectful. I hold my ground, and I took a bit of a hit with it. They met me halfway. Long story short, we did $1,000 for 1 year for broadcast online, and then $250 for the live directed session. So $1,250. Not the $2K that I would like. That's a little bit closer to like what I'd like for a brand like this, but still not bad. And we did it in a respectful way. You know, the first thing that you're going to think when you start negotiating with clients is like they're going to hate you. They're going to leave a bad review and they're never going to work with you again. Not the case. When you're a professional and you know your rates, stand behind those rates and do it in a very nice, warm, and respectful manner. And that's exactly what I did. But I drew my line in the sand. I let them know that there was no room for negotiating in perpetuity. That was the negotiation part. It took place over a couple of days, a lot of back and forth, and then we decided on something that worked for both of us. They compromised a little bit. Well, they ended up paying like more than twice what they wanted to, and then I got closer to half what I wanted to. So we both compromised, and I did that also because it's a cool spot, and I really wanted to work with this company. You know, it works for my brand too to be associated with a brand like DJI, and I'd seen the video, and I was like, okay, I want to voice that. That looks cool as fuck. Don't bleep that out. Powers to my editor if you're new here. Probably gonna do something really funny when I do this. Now we booked the live directed session. It's with the marketing production team that's located in, I believe, California. And then the executives from DJI handling this specific commercial located in Shenzhen, China. Shenzhen, China. I am so sorry if you're from China. If I said that totally brutal, I apologize, and I will learn the pronunciation because China's taking over. I had a fun session, you know, I gotta say, like a top tier company like that, like $1 billion company. It was really cool because you would think that they would over direct, that they want to be absolutely perfect. But I find this the case across the board. Whenever you work with like a big brand with a lot of money and puts a lot of efforts into their ads and they're very particular about how they want things, they're a lot easier to work with than somebody who's paying a small amount that's a smaller brand because they know exactly what they want and they've already hired the thing, the person, the director, the writer, the cinematographer, everybody, the editor. They've already hired them on brand for what they want. So they audition the people and then they let them do their thing. So we're in the live directed session, and yeah, they just reiterated, hey, really liked the callback energy you brought. That's what we're looking for. We want it to be really chill. And they asked me my opinion. What did I think about the whole spot and everything? I offered my thoughts, and I kind of leaned into a little bit more of like a kind of like a surfery kind of vibe, and they liked it a bit, but they wanted it a little bit more matter of fact. And we did, I think, maybe like 3 or 4 passes of the whole thing, and then we do like ABCs of certain lines. And one of them was that roll with that line. That was important for them to really get that line. So now I'm going to show you the finished spot. I'm going to walk you guys through it, what it was like voicing this thing. So here we go. Like, isn't this super cool? And it's always great when you see the video first. You know, voice actors are usually the last person in the chain to be hired, which is why they're always in a rush when they get to you. They've already done all this. They hired all these actors. They already worked with them. They already filmed them. They hired the makeup artist, costumes, everybody that went into this, probably all of them getting paid more than me. But they did a fantastic job. Doesn't it look amazing?
Introducing the all-new DJI RS4 Mini. Easy to carry, quick to balance.
Right there. Here's the thing, right? There's so much going on this screen. I am the supporting actor in this. I'm not the star of the show. The Ronin is the star of the show, the RS Mini. That's one of the things as well, like, without me knowing what the spot looked like, that's why I kind of promoted it. I had the wrong idea. I was thinking maybe it was like the opening to like a big reveal in like a theater where they're all there, or like a big corporate thing. No, this is like, it's like a whole visual thing. Whenever you see something that's visual, just remember, you're the supporting actor. So if you like blow the doors off of it and you come in super hot, wouldn't this be weird? Introducing the all-new DJI RS Mini. Wouldn't have worked with this, right? This is also why I say, like, if you can get the chance, like if you get a callback or something like that and you can get the music for it, that's going to help you out a lot too. Because if I had this music and I'd seen this, I'd be like, okay, I know what to do with this.
For the first time, auto axis locks.
Even this part, they wanted it to be more friendly. Can you hear the smile that I'm doing? But also not promo and casual and relaxed. So one thing they kept saying is like, just like you're showing something cool to a friend.
Let's roll with it.
That there, let's roll with it. I probably did that about 20 times. Let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. Over and over and over. And then they picked the one that they really liked because it was super important.
Let's roll with it. With the upgraded 4th gen stabilization algorithm, it packs powerful energy.
This is why I would say, like, when I'm coaching people, make sure you know the script, know what you're talking about, and communicate that idea to one person. and don't glaze over anything. Like you'll hear me say,
The upgraded 4th gen stabilization algorithm. It packs powerful energy with such a lightweight.
it packs powerful energy with such a lightweight body. Like as if I'm giving a review of it myself, right? Instead of saying, it packs powerful energy with such a lightweight body. Not promo, right? I'm just talking to a friend.
Body. The new mini briefcase handle makes low-angle shots easier than ever.
Doesn't it sound like I've used it?
Mini briefcase handle makes low-angle shots easier than ever.
So like when you're doing a voiceover and you're talking about something and how it works and how to use it, remember this, those are your words. You actually used it. You got to come across like you're talking from experience.
Need to switch camera? Auto calibration easily adapts to different models. Running, filming, and evolving for more than a decade. We know the mini-series has always delivered and now offers even smoother results.
I just give it up for these guys, right? I don't know how much of this is on wires and stuff, but like, man, it's a very cool ad, isn't it?
The 2-kilogram payload lets you swap between cameras, lenses, and accessories freely. Taking on tough challenges like a pro.
We did that, taking on tough challenges like a pro. A bunch of different ways. We did it like a pro, like a pro, like a pro. And then like I think they might have Frankensteined 2 different versions together. I think they liked the sort of like a pro and then just the more conversational read with it. And that's also one of the reasons when you do live directed sessions, why they have you do it so many different ways. So they can Frankenstein it all together and find out something that works the best with the video. It's not because you're not doing it right. They're playing jazz. They're trying to figure out how the pieces all fit together.
By using Bluetooth camera control, you can focus entirely on your creativity. With a quick toggle of the joystick mode switch, you can easily bring the iconic dolly zoom to life. Along with the classic smooth follow mode, we've added a new responsive mode. The motor reacts instantly to your hand movements.
This part here, when I was doing it, I remember they kept like telling me like less because of everything that was happening on the screen. They're like, just tell us about it. Just tell us about it. No emotion. Just say, hey, it does this and it does this. And it's kind of an instructional part. But imagine if I really put some emotion and stuff into it, it would have clashed with what's happening on the scene.
Together with RS4 Mini, we present you the all-new RS Intelligent Tracking Module. It can be triggered by gestures from the subject being filmed. With intelligent algorithms, it enables automated tracking and framing. You can also maintain overall control by initiating tracking with the trigger. Additionally, the module makes blind shots on the move more effortless, without the worry of losing the subject.
See that more like right here. When you do voiceover and you have the line you're going to say, a lot of people carry momentum into the next one. And they're sure of what they're going to say next because they can read it on the fucking page, right? My teacher back in New York used to say, every line is the last line. You need to say the line like it's the last line because humans are never sure what they're going to say next. Sometimes they just verbally barf like I'm doing right now. But you never know what you're going to say next. So every line kind of has a finality to it when you're being truly conversational.
You can also maintain overall control by initiating tracking with the trigger. Additionally, the module makes blind shots on the move more effortless, without the worry of losing the subject.
It's ending there. The sentence didn't end there. It continued all the way through. Makes it more effortless, without the worry of whatever the hell I said there. That line, like I separate it. You can do that. Don't follow the punctuation as it is. Even when you're in a live directed session, feel it out. They'll correct you if they don't like it. But they also appreciate it if you bring in your own interpretation and ideas. The point is, it's got to sound like it's you, right? If you watch this channel a lot, you've heard me talk about Dave Beeson before. He's one of our resident coaches.
Wait, hold on, back it up.
He's like the head resident coach in VoiceOver School. And he wrote a book, fantastic book, 2 versions. Authentic Commercial Voiceover, Volume 1 and 2, or first edition and second edition. I did the forward on the second edition. And it's a fantastic book. And he talks a lot about don't follow the punctuation. Punctuation is garbage. Unless they tell you to do the punctuation, then you gotta fucking do it. But I try to not follow it and just follow my own natural cadence and thoughts. So proud to have done this commercial. Like, isn't it sick?
To create more native social media content, it comes with a faster vertical switch experience and a brand new phone holder.
Oh, this I remember was a mouthful.
To create more native...
So this There's important buzzwords that content creators need to hear. And I remember them saying, like, can you hit all these words so they're very clear, but without sounding like you're announcing it? Like, it's got to sound conversational here. This was kind of tricky because it's a mouthful. And people don't talk like this, but it's your job to make it sound like people do.
To create more native social media content, it comes with a faster vertical switch experience and a brand new phone holder, enabling a smooth transition from camera to phone. For the first time, a mini-series gimbal is equipped with Teflon interlayers and a fine-tuning knob. A faster balancing ensures you get into action even sooner. RS4 Mini boasts a 30% increase in both runtime and charging speed. A 30-minute charge provides 5 hours of battery, ensuring you stay productive and never miss a moment. Head out with full power and return with epic moments. This is the all-new DJI RS4 Mini. Let's roll with it.
Cool, right? So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Did you like the commercial? Did you like the style that I was reading in? Do you agree with my points? Do you not agree? Do you think I was announcery and not interesting at all? Let me know what you thought of that video. And also, like, if you found this helpful at all, this is the kind of stuff we teach in VoiceOver School. How to quote properly, how to do live directed sessions, how to be conversational, and how to feel a little bit more confident in doing the damn thing. So links below if you're interested in VoiceOver School. Other than that, let me know. What do you guys want to break down next? Is there any famous commercials that you've seen lately that you're like, oh, I want to get Jesse's opinion on this. I want to get eyes on this. Do you have one yourself that you'd like me to break down? I'd be happy to do it for you. You send me a good one and I'll break it down in this commercial. But other than that, it's been a lot of fun. I hope you guys like this new style that we're doing, trying different things and all that channel, and trying to find interesting ways to bring you more value and make you a little bit more confident in your voiceover journey. I've been Jesse. This has been another video, and we will see you next time. Fuck, I forgot to look to see what people wanted for the sign off of this one. San Dimas High School football rules. Tell me in the comments below who knows what that's from. Anyway, bye. I don't know. Is that like a salute? I'm leaving.